channel. My name is Chantel and thanks for hanging out with me today. And I think I did that like not in order. Oh well. Anywho, let's go ahead and dive into this video. So what I want to talk about is Run with the Wind. So I did do a video on the first episode, like my first impressions, but I ended up like scrapping that, however the heck you want to say that. Anyways, I just completely deleted the whole thing because I wasn't happy, and then on top of that I just did not have time to edit it even though it was really short. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, let me just do it in one video for my thoughts on the first and second episode. So this is what this video is going to be about. It's going to be a Let's Talk, and I will continue to talk about Run with the Wind every week, so look forward to that if you guys are curious to hear like my thoughts on it. It's going to be the same situation as what I did with Free Dive to the Future. And if you guys are new here, my Let's Talks are just basically me geeking out and just talking about the episode itself. I'm not like, the reason why I call them Let's Talk is because I don't like calling these videos reviews, just because I feel like I'm not critical enough, and I don't know, like I just personally, I don't like calling them reviews because it's just me talking about the episode and geeking out and like telling you guys how much I loved it. So that's basically why I don't like to call them reviews, so, and that's why I call them Let's Talk. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the episodes itself. So basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and briefly talk about episode 1. So episode 1 basically does a really good job of like entertaining you and like what's the word? Like sucking you into this world, and it was really well done, I think, anyway, in my opinion, of how like they just like brought you in. And I really love seeing this whole college setting, because I think with sports anime we're so used to the usual high school setting. So seeing the college setting and seeing them like drink, which honestly, like I literally forgot about that for a second. I was like, oh yeah, they're in college, duh. That's why we're seeing this. Because again, I'm not used to like the whole college setting, because we're so used to like the high school stuff and everything, which is a really interesting take. I really love this whole college setting. It's really nice. And I really love how we get introduced to all these characters and how it sets up our two main characters, which is Haji and Kakeru. I really love it. Like, these characters look so much like our Haikyuu characters that we all know and love. Especially Kakeru, he looks like a certain blueberry boy that we love, which is Kageyama. And he does definitely remind me a lot of Kageyama, like, you know, from obviously, you know, his face, and then like personality wise, which I'll talk about in a little bit, which is mainly more in episode 2 where we get to know him a little bit better. But anyway, I really love how they introduce us to this whole setting of the anime, and how Haji wants to like, I don't want to say like start the club, but like get it up and running. And I love how sneaky he was about this, how he like let everyone know that they were in this like running club, and like at the very end they were like, like about your like housing application and stuff. That's actually a club application too. I was just like, oh, like it just makes his like character very interesting, because I love how sneaky he is, and we see that more in episode 2, which I guess I will talk about in a little bit too. But yeah, the first episode just kind of like gives you the point of view how Kakeru ended up joining in, and how Haji like met him, which was a really nice take, how like they switched point of views like halfway into the episode. Like, I thought that was a really nice touch and interesting thing to like, I don't know, just to make it interesting. I don't know, like yeah. And what I really love the most is like towards the ending we did see Haji like with his knee, and you can see like there's a scar there, and I was just like, oh Jesus, like I already know that's gonna be a whole feels trip on itself, and I'm very curious to see like what's his backstory and how he got that injury. Like, I know it's gonna like hit you in the feels, and it's gonna be like so sad, and I'm probably gonna be crying, but I'm very curious to see like his backstory. And yeah, so that's pretty much like the whole gist of like the first episode, which was, like I said, really enjoyable. I loved it till the end. And then the second episode, again, loved it. We got to know a little bit more about Kakeru a little bit. Like we get like a little bit of insight like what happened and like why he's this way. But he definitely reminds me a little bit of Kageyama, just like his attitude. I don't know, like there were certain things about him that remind me so much of Kageyama. I don't know, like I thought that was so funny to see that. I was like, this guy really is a lot like Kageyama. Like there are some differences here and there, but overall I really felt like he was giving me Kageyama vibes for sure. And episode 2 basically kind of focuses on Haiji and how he kind of like tries to get everyone into the club, and it's so hilarious how he kind of like guilts everybody, like certain people, like how he finds all these certain people like their jobs and everything, and that kind of guilts them into like joining. And then I love how he ends up tricking a couple of people too, like the I think they're twins or brothers, whatever they are. I just love how like he used like, oh, he's like, if you guys join you'll see like cute girls or whatever, they'll be all over you. And I thought that was so funny, especially with like the guy with the glasses. I think his name was Yuki, I can't remember. But someone pointed out that he looks like a mixture of Tsukishima and Kuro mixed together, and I cannot unsee that anymore. And personality wise, it really is kind of like a mixture of both of them too, which is funny. But anyways, I really love his personality overall so far. I really enjoy this character. This episode was such a fun episode, like to see how Haiji is like determined. Like I admire that of Haiji, and he's just like a complete sweetheart, but at the same time I'm a little afraid of this man. But I think that's what makes his character so interesting. Like just this guy's really determined to get his like, you know, wish basically, to make this like a reality for him. And again, I want to know more about this guy. Like, why is he so determined? Like, I want to know like what happened in his past. Like, why is he so, like, why is his heart set on this so much to finally get his 10th man? And then, you know, he's trying to recruit Kakeru as well and try to change his mind. But Kakeru is just like being really, very, very, very stubborn. And it's just like, But like, again, we did see a little bit in this episode, like a little bit of a hint of like why he's like this. So again, it's really interesting, and I already know like they're already setting up for us to send us on the field trip. Like feels trip, my bad. But yeah, it was a really, really good second episode, especially because I feel like we got to know what type of person Haiji really is, and I love it. I love it overall. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I really had to talk about with Run with the Wind. I absolutely love it, and I love how much the characters resemble so much a lot of our Haikyuu beloved characters. And it makes sense because it's done by the same studio that does Haikyuu, and a lot of the staff that does Haikyuu is working on this. So that is why they look so similar to our Haikyuu boys, which it just makes me miss our Haikyuu boys so much more. And I'm wondering when are we gonna get season 4, because I'm patiently waiting on season 4. There's definitely like enough content for them to do season 4. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. This is about Run with the Wind. Sorry about that. It's just, I don't know if you guys can tell, I really do miss Haikyuu. But anyway, I really, really, really love Run with the Wind so far. It's only been 2 episodes, but we'll see what happens towards the end. I am gonna go ahead and continue talking about it as I said before. So I think Run with the Wind airs every Tuesday, so you guys will be seeing these videos every Tuesday, not Wednesday, which works out for me because Tuesday isn't like a really hectic day, versus on Wednesday it's crazy. Wednesdays are pretty crazy for me now that everyone's back in school, so this works out for me. So I cannot wait to talk to you guys about Run with the Wind more and tell you guys what I thought about each episode. And it's exciting. I haven't done these videos in a long time, and when I did Let's Talks with Free, it made me realize just how much I love talking to you guys about like a certain anime and like episodes and stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys are not too tired with me, and hopefully you guys don't get tired of me talking about Run with the Wind. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me blab on about Run with the Wind, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!